Hi everyone, my name's Rachel. I'm the Tech Teach, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how I went about purchasing my brand new camera lenses. As you can see from these photos on the wall, photography has long been a hobby of mine, and this dining room set shows all of my photos from my trip to Europe that I took in 2011. I studied abroad in Madrid for 5 months and was able to go all around Europe and take tons of pictures. I absolutely loved it. The camera that I used while I was studying abroad in Europe is my Canon Rebel XT. I bought the camera in 2010 and it's a very basic DSLR camera. You can see here I turn it on and it gives you the basic settings. You can either shoot it in program mode, aperture priority, shutter priority, portrait, landscape, night portrait. Gives you a lot of options and I really like that flexibility. The main lens that I'm using now is a Canon 28 to 80 millimeter lens that was actually originally created for a 35 millimeter film camera. When I bought my camera body, I started using this lens on my new camera, and it's pretty good for a walk-around lens. The 28 to 80 zoom range basically lets you get a few feet away from a subject, and then you can also zoom in just a little bit. So it's good for an everyday kind of shooting, and I like it for what it does. The second lens that I use is a telephoto lens, and I purchased this one when I started shooting sports photography for yearbook. It was great to watch from the sidelines and get really close in there. It's a 70 millimeter to 250 millimeter, which means it basically starts where the other one picked off, give or take a few feet, and it gets you really close into the detail. I love this lens and I use it all the time. So I was in the market for a new lens. I went to the Hunt's photo store and checked out some of the lenses. What I was looking for was basically a lens that would combine the zoom capabilities of both of these lenses and actually offer me the option of getting a wider angle as well. I also noticed that I've been taking a lot of pictures in low light situations, so getting a camera with a lower aperture or f-stop was also very important to me. I ended up leaving the store with two lenses, a Tamron 18 to 270 millimeter lens and a Canon Nifty 50, as they call it, which is a 50 millimeter lens with an f-stop of 1.8. The great part about these lenses is that they basically take my two old lenses and I get to replace it into this one because it takes you from a very wide angle of 18 millimeters all the way into 270, which is even closer than my telephoto lens was doing before. Before buying these lenses, I did a lot of research on the different types of lenses there were and the different prices. A similar Canon lens instead of Tamron goes for a lot more expensive, and Tamron is really great quality. It just builds lenses for both Canon and Nikon bodies just with a different mount. The Nifty 50 Canon lens that I got was a pretty cheap deal, and together the lenses ended up being in my price range of what I wanted to spend. The Nifty 50 starts at a 1.8 aperture, which means that the lens opens up very wide to let in a lot of light, and it gives you that cool blurry feeling in the background of your photos, which I always really enjoyed. So that's it. Those are my two new lenses that I got, a Canon Nifty 50 and a Tamron. I'm excited to start using them.